Vedo nityam adhiyatam. Adhiyatam, study. One must study. What? Vedah, Vedas. When? Nityam, every day. Every day one must study the Vedas. Why should we study the Vedas? What is there in the Vedas because of which we must study every day? See, it is something like this. Suppose you purchase a new device, some electronic gadget. Along with the device, what comes? A manual comes, right? An instruction manual comes. And what does the instruction manual say? Before operating the device, read this carefully. Correct? Read it and then operate. Why should we read it and then operate? Because we don't know how the gadget works. So therefore we need some instruction, guidelines, which is the on button, which is the off button, etc., etc. But now who has to give this instruction manual? The manufacturer of the device has to give, correct? Right. In the same way, all of us has been given this gadget. What is this gadget? Called the body. There is a body, there is a mind, there is an intellect, and we don't know how it functions. Correct? How the heart functions, how the brain functions, kidney functions, my God. Millions and billions of cells, how it functions, we don't know. How the mind functions, we don't know. So definitely we will need an instruction manual. This is a beautiful vehicle. And the beauty of this vehicle is, you can't jump out of this vehicle. Which vehicle? The vehicle called the body. Even when you purchase a vehicle like car or something, an instruction manual comes along with it. Correct? How this vehicle can be used efficiently. When will you get maximum mileage? How often you must service the vehicle? All those things are given. Which is the clutch, which is the brake, which is the accelerator, the gear, the steering wheel, etc., etc. Details are given. So if you want to use the vehicle efficiently, you must read the manual. But suppose you say, now that I have purchased the vehicle, it is my freedom how I am going to use it. I will decide which is the brake and which is the accelerator. No. Because it's my vehicle. I have purchased it. Who are the manufacturers who are going to decide? I will decide. Fine, you may decide. But what will happen? Choice is yours. Because you have purchased the vehicle, now you are there. Who is there to question? Nobody is there to question. Now you say, now I am going to use the brake as the accelerator and the accelerator as the brake. Fine, you may use it. But then what will happen? You will damage the vehicle. You will harm yourself and you will harm others also. Correct? So therefore, we have to strictly follow the instruction manual given by the manufacturer. Right? If you use it, if you follow the guidelines properly, you are safe, your vehicle is safe, others are also safe. Some of the cars, if you see, there are so many dents in it, so many scratches are there. Dust, of course. Have you seen some of the cars? We get scared to travel in such a car with such a careful driver. If you see some of the cars, the car indicates the driver's efficiency, isn't it? Now in this world also we are traveling in this vehicle. That was what I was saying. And what is our vehicle? Body, not just body. Body, there is mind, there is intellect. Yes. Now here we are not given a choice whether to drive this vehicle or not. Everyone is packed and sealed inside. You have no choice. You have to use this vehicle whether you like it or not. You have been pushed into this world and you have to drive this vehicle. Correct? So now the vehicle has been given. So naturally a question may come, how am I to live? How am I to use this vehicle in this world? So definitely, the one who has sent us must definitely do one more thing. What is that? He has to give us the instruction manual. How efficiently can we use this vehicle? What is the purpose of this vehicle? Everything has to be given in detail, and such a book containing the instruction is called Vedas. With means to know, so Veda means book of knowledge. The knowledge which tells us how to live in this world so that you can be happy. Not only that you should be happy, you should be efficient, and you must spread happiness to others. This technique of right living, this instruction manual of intelligent living is called Vedas. And who has to give it? Who has to give it? The one who has created this body and the world must give it. Simple. Just like the vehicle, the car, etc., the instruction manual comes from the manufacturer. In the same way, the creator of the world and the creator of each and every one of us should give the instruction manual. Now these Vedas contains mantras which were revealed to the rishis. So at the seat of meditation, this knowledge, this was revealed to them. So therefore, we Hindus, we believe that these mantras are apaurushaya, not written or composed by any human beings. They are revealed knowledge. Only Vedas, we call it mantras. The rest, everything, we call it shlokas. You know the difference between shloka and mantra? Shloka is when somebody writes it, composes it, uses his own intelligence. Then we call it shloka. Vishnu Sahasrama, shloka, Veda Vyasa wrote it. Bhagavad Gita, shloka, because Veda Vyasa wrote it. Sadhana Panchakam, how many shlokas are there? We say shloka, we don't say mantra. Though, of course, content-wise, it may be very high, but Vedas have been kept in such pristine position because we consider that these statements have come from the Lord Himself. He might have used a particular rishi to reveal, but we consider these mantras as coming from Lord Himself. You'll find that millions and millions of years have passed, but not even one statement of Vedas have been contradicted. Whereas in the world of science, every other year a new formula or new principle is brought out, and the next year a more brilliant scientist comes and he refutes it. Correct? In every field you will find updation happening. A better and better thing coming up in the future. But you will find in the Vedas, the same Vedas which were there millions of years ago, it is the same Vedas which is even today. Nothing has been contradicted. Rather, more and more of science is only revealing what is already present in the Vedas. They say, yes, it was written in the Vedas. So therefore, it is confirmed. Right. So now, what does Vedas contain? Vedas contain knowledge about three aspects. One is called Jeeva. Second is called Jagat. Third is called Ishwara. These are the three topics dealt in the Vedas. So as I said, in order to live intelligently in this life, what is intelligent living? When you are peaceful, happy, cheerful, efficient, etc., then definitely you are living intelligently. When you are miserable, then you are definitely living unintelligently. This is the proof, nothing else. How peaceful you are, how cheerful you are, how happy you are. This is the proof of your intelligent living. So in order to live intelligently, you must have the knowledge about these three. What are the three? Jeeva, the individual. Jagat, the world. Ishwara, the creator. So this is what is dealt in the Vedas. So regarding Jeeva, what is the information given? Jeeva means the individual. So you get lot of knowledge about oneself. With regard to your body, with regard to your mind, your intellect, knowledge is given. From where have I come from? What is the purpose of life? Who am I? How should I perform actions in this world? What is the right way of living in this world? All these details are given in the Vedas about the individual. What is my nature? Who am I? Why have I come? How should I perform my actions? What are my duties? What is dharma? What is adharma? All these details are given in the Vedas. So therefore you are clear about yourself. This is very, very essential. I must know who I am. Suppose there is a merchant who deals with cotton. Correct? A cotton merchant. Isn't it true that he must know the properties of cotton? What is the property of cotton? It should not come anywhere near fire. Correct? Because the cotton will get burnt. So if I am dealing with cotton, I must have knowledge about the properties of cotton. Isn't it? It should be kept away from fire, water, etc. I should know. Then only I can deal cotton efficiently. Now look at this. I am dealing with myself throughout my life. Isn't it? I am handling the body, I am handling the mind, intellect, etc. If I don't know what it is, how to handle them, what will happen? You become miserable, you give free misery to others also. Distribution freely. Correct? So the first thing you must know is, you must know who you are. How to keep your body healthy? It's very important. There are certain laws regarding the body. Only when your body is healthy, you can live a peaceful life. If you break the laws, now this whole universe is working under laws. There are certain laws. You must know those laws. How to keep your body healthy? You must know it. How the body is functioning? You must know it. All these things are present in the Vedas. The yoga and the pranayama makes your body fit and strong. It keeps you free from all kinds of disease. Now if you say, I will not study Vedas, I don't want this knowledge. Fine, it's your choice. Nobody forces you. But one thing, at the physical level, you will have all kinds of diseases. You will have to depend on a lot of medicines. And who is suffering? Yes, we are suffering. Greater the knowledge, more easier the life becomes. Correct? There are a lot of things which cannot be known through our senses. Somebody has to tell you. For example, the body is kept healthy by what? What keeps the body healthy? You will never know this. Normally people think a lot of exercise, the gym, etc. makes you healthy. But actually it is not true. What makes your body healthy is the strength of the pranas. The pancha pranas. Prana, apana, vyana, udana, samana. These are the 5 physiological functions that are happening. These pranas take care of different aspects like digestion, blood circulation, excretion. These are all physiological functions. When you make these physiological functions smooth, you become healthy. So what you should do? Make these pancha pranas strong. How can you strengthen the pranas? Through pranayama. So people don't know these things. So therefore they don't do all this. And therefore they become sick at a very young age. Blood pressure is there, sugar is there, cholesterol is there, obesity is there. All because of what? Wrongly handling the body. Why are they wrongly handling the body? They don't have the knowledge of how to keep the body healthy. So it is knowledge which is strength in every field. So at the physical level, you are healthy. At the mental level also, you should be healthy. What is the sign of mental health? Contentment, cheerfulness, peace, joy, courage, enthusiasm, inspiration, clarity in thinking. All these are the sign of good mental health. And what is a sign of mental sickness? Dejection, depression, stress, strain, worry, anxiety, fear, confusion, right? Lack of alertness, carelessness. The list is big. Anger, greed, jealousy, right? Inferiority, superiority complex. These are all the disease of the mind. Now, what does the disease of the mind indicate? It indicates that I am not living my life intelligently. If there is a disturbance in the mind, it only proves that I have not learned the art of living. That's all. It's an indication, it's a symptom. Just like when the temperature of the body rises, it's a symptom of fever. In the same way, any disturbance of the mind is a symptom that I have not yet learned the art of right living. So Vedas contain this knowledge. What is the way to live perfectly? So at the physical level, at the mind level, all these instructions are given. So this is with regard to Jeeva. Jeeva means the individual. So I must be clear why I have come to this world. Why is it that I have got this particular body? What is the purpose of life? What is my nature? What is the goal to be achieved? There is a purpose. Why am I suffering? How to get rid of all kinds of suffering? How to gain happiness? All this I must know if I have to live life fruitfully. This knowledge is present in the Vedas. So this is with regard to Jeeva. The next is with regard to Jagat. Now every moment I have to interact with the world, right? Every moment situations are presented in front and I have to face those situations. If I don't have the knowledge regarding the world, the laws of the world, then I will make the wrong contact with the world, and the wrong contact will always end in suffering, pain, misery, etc. Every moment we are asked to face situations, to handle situations. If I don't have the knowledge of the world and myself, I will negatively react instead of positively respond. So this knowledge of the Vedas helps me to respond positively to any situation, how much ever tragic it may be, how much ever hopeless it may be. Even in crisis, I know how to handle it, so that the mental disturbance is not created in my mind. This you know when you know how to live. What is this world? So you must have the knowledge of the world. Where has this world come from? What is the material? What is the nature of this world? Because every moment you are interacting with the world. What is the nature of the world? Why is this world created? Is there a greater purpose? From where has the world come from? All those things is dealt under the topic Jagat in the Vedas. Now there is Jeeva, there is Jagat. So naturally a question will come, who has created them? Where has it come from? So then the third topic is Ishwara. The one who has created Jagat and Jeeva, the individual and the world. So there are a lot of questions. Who is God? Where does he live? What is his nature? First of all, does he exist or not? Does he exist or not? If he exists, where? What is his nature? So all these details are given under the topic Ishvara. So what is the essential content of Vedas? Jeeva, Jagat, Ishvara. You must have a thorough understanding of all the three in order to live a happy life. If you ignore, it is your choice. You will suffer. Unnecessarily you will suffer. It is something like if you want to go to a strange place where you have never gone, unknown place. So what do you do first? You go to Google and get the map, isn't it? What are the routes? This is where I have to reach. How will I reach? Which is a better route? All those things you study first. Correct? When you have the map, it becomes very easy for you. Study the map first and then go to the place. Instead of asking hundreds of people, and many of them will misguide you, even though they may not know. So the best thing is, get the map, get the route and go there. Isn't it? In the same way, Vedas are the map for life. Today we see so much of problems in the society only because the scriptures are ignored. That's all. It is not necessary that you have to study the Vedas only. The Vedas, essence of the Vedas you will find in Bhagavad Gita. So if you study Bhagavad Gita is also okay. It is the same essence only. Sarvopanishado gavo dogdha gopalanandanaha partho vatsa sudhir bhukta dugdham Gita Amritam Mahata. If all the Upanishads are considered as cows, then the milk is Bhagavad Gita. So we may not be able to have that much of time to study Vedas, etc. But at least you must know the essence. What is it that is being spoken of? That essence is contained in Bhagavad Gita, which is hardly 701 verse. That's all. So that we have a clear understanding of all the three. And this understanding is necessary in order to live a happy life. In order to play the game of life, you must know the rules of life. You must master the laws of life. Any game for that matter. You want to play football or cricket or chess. What is the first thing you do? Know the rules. Master the rules. To the extent you have acquired the mastery over the rules, to that extent you will be able to apply these laws, rules, and thus you can achieve success, isn't it? In the same way, in life also there are certain laws.